All right. So I will be taking you all through the information docket as well as the kit list today. I would request you all to please, if you all have any questions, wait till the end of the orientation, or you can drop it down into the message box, and I will reply to it at the end of the orientation. So we'll have like a Q&A session at the end. Is my voice audible to everybody? You can just put a thumbs up to let me know. Can you all hear my voice? Okay, great. All right. Moving forward. All right. So this orientation is for CRG5, Coorg 5 from April 26th to May 2nd. Now, just a little bit about Coorg. Coorg is located just a few hours away from Virajpet. And basically, it is a 200-acre coffee plantation, which is surrounded by about 1,800 acres of wilderness. So Coorg is one of our oldest camps. We've been running this for like 15 years now. And throughout the year, we always have some or the other uh, program running there, whether be it Inme summer programs or school programs. So I'll just run you through basically the whole program design and what sort of activities will be done at Coorg. Right. So while registering, you would have noticed that there were two sets of activities to pick from. The first is rock climbing and backpacking, and the second is ropes course and outdoor survival. So now basically our backpacking and outdoor survival is both similar in the sense that kids will be going out for a trek and they will be sort of so finding a suitable location to set up camp where they will be spending the night in the wilderness. So they'll be spending one night in the wilderness along with the instructors and their group in both backpacking and outdoor survival. The difference is that in backpacking, kids will be taught how to sort of plan for the expedition. Like, for example, how many tents are required, how many rucksacks are required, what sort of equipment is required. Basically, they will be prepared for that night out. And at the night out spot, they will be shown how to set up the tent, how to set up toilet tents, how to light a fire with camping stoves, etc. And basically how to cook food outdoors in the wilderness. And when it comes to outdoor survival, here basically kids will be a little unprepared. So they will be going with just basic equipment. They won't really be preparing for the trek, so to speak. So when they reach the camping spot, there they will be shown how to sort of manage with what they have. They will be carrying a tarpaulin to sort of set up a survival shelter. So they'll be staying in a survival shelter instead of tents. And also they will be shown how to, what kind of where they can drink water from, what kind of berries and vegetation they can and cannot eat, and what are the sort of safety protocols you need to follow when you're exploring the wilderness. So that's a little bit about backpacking and outdoor survival. When it comes to rock climbing, so both rock climbing and ropes course will be done for 3 days each. Um, so in rock climbing, the first day they will be doing a bouldering session. So here they will be sort of, it's like an introduction to the proper rock climbing course, which will happen on the second day. So here kids will be sort of climbing a 10 to 12-foot rock face. And here they will be taught the various grips and basically how to climb without using your elbows and knees. So they'll be taught the proper climbing techniques and everything on the first day. On the second day, they will be moving to a much higher 30, 40-foot rock face. And here they will be using safety harnesses, a climbing line. They will be shown how to set up anchors, how to set up the rope to sort of to scale that rock face, and what are the safety knots and safety lines that are used. So the kids will be attached to one instructor who will constantly be keeping an eye on the kid, and he will have a safety line in his hand. So while doing the activity, the child will always be tethered to an instructor. And on the third day, they will be shown how to do rappelling. So third day is the most challenging one. That is when they will be doing rappelling. Similar to the second day, again here they will be tethered to an instructor and they will be shown how to do this activity. Ropes course is also ropes course, various sort of obstacles are set up with ropes like ladders, commando nets, and swings. So here kids will be shown like how to climb commando nets, how to do like a thousand swing, and also how to do jumaring, which is basically climbing up a rope. So that will be done on ropes course. Similar to rock climbing, it will be 3 days of each activity. The first day will be sort of an introduction to the activity. The second day will be a little bit more challenging, and the third day will be a proper challenge. So I don't want to give you too much about the activities because I don't want to spoil it for everyone. I want it to be an experience, but that's just a little bit about the activities that are done in Camp Cool. So this is like what the surrounding wilderness looks like, and these are the different kinds of ropes we use during rock climbing and ropes course, etc. So the kids will be taught about this as well. Um, so a typical day at Coorg. So basically, kids will be woken up at 6 a.m. and then after that they will be served warm beverages like tea and hot milk, along with a few snacks. After that, at 7 a.m., they will be doing a warm up for the day. So basically, we call this Chota Hazari, where they will be doing a few little small games. They'll also be doing like a stretching session, etc., just to get them warmed up for the morning activities. Then at 8 a.m., we will be serving them breakfast. So again, breakfast is a buffet style, where they'll have multiple options like bread, butter jam. They'll also get chocos. They'll also have like maybe egg burji, some paratas, vadas, idlis, etc. So they get to choose what breakfast they want to have. And for every meal, the instructors are the ones who will be serving the kids the food. So this will also ensure that every kid is eating well, and also they'll have enough energy for the activities. So after breakfast at 9 a.m., they will be going out for the outdoor activities like the ropes course or the rock climbing or backpacking session. And that typically will wind up around 12:30. So they should reach camp back by 12:30 p.m. where so they're given like half an hour to cool down, and then at 1 o'clock we serve them lunch. Again, lunch is also a similar affair to breakfast. It is going to be buffet style. We'll have multiple options. So typically for lunch, it is mostly veg. And so kids will have multiple veg options to eat. And also uh, we'll have a dessert as well. Okay. After lunch, kids will have time to sort of relax, have a bath, change clothes, just sit down for a while. So we give them about 1 hour to relax. And then after that, at 2:30, we will be doing the cool time activities. So this will be like a mix of fun games, little learning sessions. Here they will have they'll be sat down and asked to reflect on their day, what they've learned at the outdoor activities, etc. So the stuff like that, and they might also have a meditation session. Sometimes the instructors will also take them for an archery or tie-dye session, right? Then that will be done till 5 p.m. After that, we serve them tea, milk, snacks once again. And then at 5:30, we will be doing cool time activities. That is mostly the in-campus activities like the team games, talent shows. These will be sort of a mix of fun. It's not really learning, it's just something to wind up for the day. And also, it will promote the kids to bond with each other, make new friends on camp, right? After that, at 7, we will be serving them soup. And then at 8, we'll be serving them dinner. Dinner is typically when we serve the non-veg dish. So we'll have one or two non-veg dishes like a chicken curry or a chicken sukka dish. And one day in the week, kids will be served pasta just to keep it a little bit fun. So every day will be a different dish. They always serve something different every day. And then they go to sleep by 9 p.m. All right. So the activities I've just taken you through, you all can go ahead and read through this at your own time. When it comes to safety, so we keep an instructor ratio of 6 kids is to one instructor. Each instructor is trained and experienced in their craft. So they will usually have some sort of mountaineering sort of certification from institutes like NOS, NIM, JIM, etc. Apart from that, when they also join Inme, we give them our own sort of Inme training. This typically will sort of contain like how to manage kids, how to deal with kids, how to behave around kids, and all of that. So we make sure that they are well trained, well briefed before every program. And for every 10 kids, there will be one female participant. So both male and female participants will be there on camp. Apart from the instructors, there will also be a campus chief who will be overseeing the whole operation. And apart from that, we'll also have a doctor on site who will be staying on the campus itself. So he or she is available 24/7 if, if the kids need anything, if they're not feeling well or something like that. And we also have an emergency vehicle on standby. Typically for any minor illnesses like maybe a headache or like a mild fever, which is easily treatable, we won't really let you know about that. But if it's something severe, if the illness is continuing and not getting better, in that case, we will contact you immediately and we will let you know what the steps are that we'll be taking forward. Okay. Um, Now, when it comes to transport, for Coorg Bangalore participants, the pickup will be from Bangalore Army Public School. I'll be sending out a departure message shortly with all the details on where the pickup is, with the Google location and the timing. We will also be sending out, if anyone is traveling from outside of Bangalore, the pickup will be from Mysore. So any kids flying into Mysore, I will be sending out the assisted travel person's details, right? So the transport will from the airports will be by bus, and from the Bangalore pickup point will also be by bus. We work with one of the best sort of third-party transport providers, and we will also be inspecting the bus for roadworthiness, cleanliness. We'll also be briefing the driver and the conductor to make sure that they are on the same sort of level with us. And also we'll be adding snacks and refreshments into the bus. So as the kids get on, once they set off, we'll be giving them a little bit of snacks and cold drinks just to sort of quench thirst or if they're feeling a little hungry. And then along the way, through the route, we'll be stopping for breakfast and loo breaks. So this is for the kids who are going from Bangalore. The kids who are going from Mysore will be served lunch. Okay. So typically the kids from Bangalore will reach camp by 1 p.m. So they'll be reaching camp for lunch. Whereas the kids traveling from Mysore will be reaching camp by 5 p.m. That's the approximate time. And along the way, we'll be serving them lunch at a pre-picked location. Okay. Um, Equipment. So the equipment that we use is screened before it's sent camp. So it's sent out from our offices. So before even that, we will inspect each one, make sure that it is fit to be used. It's not damaged in any way. We also do not repair any of the equipment. If it's damaged in even the smallest way, we go ahead and throw it out and purchase a new one in its place. So equipment is always very frequently changed out for new equipment. And as I mentioned, it is inspected at the office, then it's sent to camp, and at camp, it is inspected by the campus chief. So we make sure that the equipment meets safety standards and also is good to go. So, and when it comes to medical, as mentioned, we have a doctor on site along with an emergency vehicle. So the doctor is equipped with very basic medications all the way up to a nebulizer if required. So they have a proper sort of medical room to themselves. So they'll have all the medicines and everything else with them. Apart from that, each group will have one med kit with them. So an instructor will be carrying a med kit when they go out for the outdoor activities. That med kit will also contain basic medications to treat sort of any minor scratches, any wounds, etc. can be treated outdoors itself. And when they arrive on camp, the doctor will inspect them once and take further measures. Yeah. Accommodation. So Coorg is basically a estate. So it has multiple rooms and blocks. So each block will have like 1 to 3 rooms in it. Each room is a different size. So depending on the number of boys and girls, we will sort of allocate the rooms to them. So kids will be sort of staying with anywhere from 3 to 8 participants per room, depending on the room size. If the number of kids are small, we will go ahead and spread them out to make sure that they're comfortable. These are not sort of luxury type rooms. These are very basic sort of dormitory rooms with attached washrooms. So each room has an attached washroom. The washrooms are cleaned by us twice a day. And the rooms, we expect the kids to maintain and keep their rooms clean. So at the end of the program, the cleanest room will get a prize, right? So the rooms do not have any beds. We will be providing sleeping bags for the kids and also a 2 inch thick foam mattress. So that's enough. It's very comfortable for them at night. You must have read that in the kit list that it is mentioned to carry your own sleeping bag. That is optional. We do provide sleeping bags on the camp. However, these are used and sun-dried. So we sort of wash them and then sun dry them so they are clean and sanitized. But if you want, you can send your own sleeping bag with your child. That's also fine. Now, yeah, so that's covered. And for meals, as I mentioned, kids will be served breakfast, lunch, tea, and dinner. It's a buffet style. They're allowed to choose what kind of food they want. The instructors are the ones who will be serving the children the food to make sure that everyone eats well. All right. Travel plan, as I mentioned, kids from Bangalore will be departing at 6 a.m. from Army Public School. I will be sending out a departure message with all the details to each and every one of you. So you just have to report there by 5 a.m. and we'll be departing from Army Public School at 6. Kids from Mysore, as soon as you land, you will be greeted by one of the instructors who will be going to camp. So they will be sort of picking you up from Mysore airport and then you all will reach camp by 5 p.m. So that will also, those details will also be mentioned in the departure message that I will send out. All right. So journey length, it's typically 8 hours from Bangalore and about uh, 5 hours from Mysore airport. All right. Um, Expectation. So this is for the parents. So basically, as I mentioned, this is not a luxury camp. This is more of a outdoor sort of rugged camp. So we want kids to sort of experience the outdoors, what it is like to camp in the wilderness, etc. Our camps are a technology detox zone. So we do not allow any gadgets on camps like phones, tablets, smartwatches, Kindles, etc. is not allowed. You're allowed to send so you're allowed to send a book or like a drawing book if they want to do something before they go to sleep. That's fine. But apart from that, no phones are allowed. Those who are traveling from outside of Bangalore, you're allowed to send a phone with them. But once they reach the airport, the phones will be collected by the instructors, put into a pouch, and it will be handed over to them once they leave camp. Okay. For communication, we will be creating a WhatsApp channel. And so one of the messages would have had a WhatsApp channel link. Please do go ahead and join that WhatsApp channel. We'll be sending you 2 updates a day, one in the morning at 11 a.m. and one in the evening at 6 p.m. When you join the channel, just a quick note, click on the bell icon on the top right. This will enable notifications so you don't miss out on any of the updates. And typically, we'll be sending anywhere from 10 to 20 photos in the group in the evening time. So once the kids have done the activities, once they come back, we will compile all the photos and share it on the group. Sometimes you may not see your kid in the group photos. That's absolutely fine. As I mentioned, if there is emergency or something is not right, we will contact you first thing and immediately. But apart from that, we have a saying, no news is good news. So if you don't hear from us, your kid's doing absolutely fine and enjoying the program. So sometimes you may not see your kid in the group photos. In that case, don't worry. We will try to cover everybody because it's the instructors who will be clicking the photos. So it becomes a little difficult for them while they're doing the activity. But we will share as many kids as possible into that channel so you can at least see that they are participating in the programs. Um, as I mentioned, it's not a luxury camp or resort. Communication I've covered. So we'll, like I mentioned, 2 updates a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. Gadgets are not allowed. One thing is you are allowed to send a point and shoot camera, similar to one of those old style cybershot cameras. But the only thing you can do is click a photo. Um, if you're sending that with the kit, do make sure to send a charger as well. But also that will be your child's responsibility. If it gets lost at camp, we will not be able to sort of help you with that. So if you're sending a camera, do make sure that they are taking care of it. So cameras, point and shoot cameras are allowed, but apart from that, no other technology on camp. Um, we have a zero tolerance policy for bullying. So at camp, if any of the kids are found causing a trouble or they are creating any issues like ragging, bullying, etc., or pranking other kids, we will sort of give them one warning depending on the severity of the issue. If the issue is too severe or even after the warning they are not improving, we will go ahead and send them home immediately at their own cost. Because we don't want to ruin the experience of the other kids on camp. So that's why we have a zero tolerance policy towards bullying. Fitness for Camp Coorg, we would sort of recommend that maybe have your child sort of walk for half an hour a day, half an hour to 1 hour a day, just before the camp starts, like a few weeks before the camp begins. This is just to get them ready for the trek that they'll be doing for the backpacking or for the rock climbing session. That's all. Um, Use of substances not allowed. Cigarettes, alcohol, etc. is not allowed. Junk food, very important. Parents, please do not send any snacks or junk food with the kids. This is not required because we will be taking care of that. In the bus, as I mentioned, we will be providing snacks on the bus. And also we'll be stopping for a meal along the way. At camp itself, if the kids are, after a meal, if they're still feeling a little bit hungry, they can sort of request the instructors and we will prepare something for them. So we will handle that on camp as well. The main reason why no junk food is because if the kids keep munching on that, then they'll skip out on the lunch or the dinner. And we don't want that. We want them to basically be energized for the whole program. And plus, any snacks that, are left in the open will inevitably attract insects into the room. So Coorg is located, the estate is smack bang in the center of wilderness. It's just covered in wilderness. So there will be insects, there will be sort of lizards here and there. So to stop them from entering the room, we do not allow any sort of junk food or snacks inside. We also recommend to close the windows at night. So yeah, no junk or talk. Pocket money, pocket money is not required, but we will be having a camp store at the end of the program. So this store will usually have memorabilia like coins, keychains, bandanas, t-shirts. I guess there will be jackets as well. So a maximum of 3,000 is all that's required. You don't need to send anything more than that. Along the way, if the kids need something, we will provide it for the kids. And we don't really need them to carry any money. We will handle it for them. The money will only be used for the camp store, which is at the end of the program. All right. So this is the information docket that I've just gone through. Moving on to the kit list. Please make sure that you go to this as well. This will have all the items required for the camp. And please follow it to the T because this is specially designed for each camp. So specifically for Coorg, the weather is about 28 degrees to 32 degrees in the daytime and anywhere from 16 to 20 degrees at night. The weather at Coorg does tend to change quite rapidly. So sometimes at night it can get a little chilly. It might drop below 16 degrees as well. But that's just temporary, just for one night. So we would recommend sending 7 to 8 t-shirts. Quick dry t-shirts would be recommended. 3 pairs of shorts. Shorts are only used in the campus. So you can send any kind of shorts, that's fine. 3 pairs of track pants. Now the track pants, do not send any sort of thin material track pants because these will be used for the outdoor activities. We do not let kids do outdoor activities in short pants. They are only required to use track pants or long pants. Jeans is not required because that's a little too heavy, but anything like a thick cotton track pant or a thick nylon track pant will do absolutely fine. That's just to avoid it from tearing when they're doing the outdoor activities and such. Um, 7 to 8 pairs of shorts, one quick dry towel, one cap for the sun, sufficient undergarments, 2 pairs of night clothes, one fleece jacket and sweatshirt. Like I mentioned at Coorg, sometimes in the night or early morning, it may get a little cold. So this is for that. In the nighttime, the sleeping bag should provide sufficient insulation to keep them warm at night. But again, in case they're feeling too cold, they can wear a jacket instead. Now, one poncho and raincoat is very important because similar to Bangalore and Coorg, it rains anytime. And the frequency of rain is much higher in Coorg. So we would recommend sending one poncho or raincoat just to be prepared. We do have ponchos on the camp, but we would recommend if kids get their own and come. All right. Footwear, this is also very important. Any type of shoe is fine. Even sports shoes is okay. We would recommend hiking shoes that you can purchase from Decathlon, pretty inexpensive, but basically any shoe with a rubber sole and good grip is what's required at camp because they will be walking off-road on trails. So some form of grip is required. And typically indoor running shoes is not recommended. Shoes like maybe from Decathlon, you get these hiking shoes. Those are the most recommended ones, or sports shoes with good grip. Sandals, again, similar story. If it's too flat, not recommended. Something with like a good tread underneath, and it has to be rubber sole. Crocs, clogs, flip-flops, and leather sandals are not recommended. Again, leather sandals can tend to break while they're going out in the wilderness. Flip-flops and Crocs are not allowed at camp because, as I mentioned, it tends to rain anytime and can get slippery. So kids will slip if they use flip-flops or Crocs. All right. Um, Personal toiletries are not provided on the campus. So do make sure to send with the kid like maybe a shower gel, toothpaste, toothbrush, sunscreen, lip balm, and cold cream. So just have a small pouch where you can put all of this for the kids. Do make sure to send this with them along, because personal toiletries will not be provided on the camp. Things like toilet paper and everything like that will be provided, but apart from that, we do not provide any other amenities. Mosquito repellent cream or spray of your choosing. That would be highly recommended because there are quite a few mosquitoes at Kurl. Pair of sunglasses for the sun. Torch. We would recommend purchasing a torch as well. Plastic bag for the wet clothes and a 1 liter water bottle or a 1 liter water bottle or 750 ml water bottle. This needs to be. Please do not send glass water bottles because that will break. Either send tough plastic or a metal water bottle. That's absolutely fine. One other note, very important, when you are packing the torch for the kids, please make sure that you pack the torch in the cabin luggage and not in the check-in luggage. So we would recommend using a rucksack. So when you're packing, we would recommend one small knapsack, like a small backpack for when they're going out for the activity, so they can carry their sunglasses, their water bottle, their caps, face cloth, etc. Um, Other things like the shoes, the clothes, the ponchos, everything will be put into a rucksack. We would recommend a size of anywhere from 60 to 70 liters. And this will be the check-in luggage. So do not put any batteries or anything like that into the check-in luggage. That's the rucksack because it will be stopped at the airport. We would recommend only putting it in the carry-on luggage, which they will take into the cabin of the aircraft. All right. Um, Another thing, sleeping bags and inflatable pillows, like I mentioned, sleeping bag is optional. We will be providing our own sleeping bags at the camps, clean and sanitized sleeping bags. One inflatable pillow for additional comfort. Again, that's not required. It's optional. You can purchase one and send it with your child. It's just a quality of life thing. Moving on, medicines and glasses. Um, if your child has gotten into sort of a new prescription medication after the registration, please do go ahead and send me a message and let me know about it. And also, if the kids have any prescribed medication that they're taking for the week or something like that, do just let us know. And also send the medications along with the kids. We will let the doctor know about this, and the doctor on camp will make sure that they're taking their medications on time. Glasses, if the kids have numbered spectacles, please send two pairs of glasses. This is just to be on the safer side because sometimes while doing activities, the glasses do tend to fall off and break. So just to be on the safer side, so they have like a spare. And also make sure if you all can from Decathlon, you will get like a retainer strap for the glasses. We would recommend sending that so that helps the glasses stay on and it does not fall off. All right. Um, Packing, like I mentioned, one rucksack of 60 to 70 liters, which will hold their luggage, and one small backpack for their personal items. Like I mentioned, cash is not required. We will be handling everything from the pickup point all the way to the drop-off point. We would recommend no more than 3,000 rupees for the camp store at the end. All right. Once again, personal belongings like mobile phones, expensive jewelry, electronic gadgets like Kindle, smartwatch, tabs, and AirTags are not recommended. Point and shoot camera is the only thing that we allow on camp. Uh, what else? Right. For kids who are flying into Bangalore, I will be sending out a message with clear instructions. And also, just to let you guys know, in each kit list at the end, we also have launched our own merch store. So if you need anything, you can go ahead and purchase it from this merch store, and we will ship it out as soon as possible. All right. So yeah, that's about it for the orientation. One second. Yeah, so now I will just go ahead and sort of, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. I will go ahead and answer them now.
Hi, Ethan. This is Advait's parent. Can you hear me
Yeah,
well?
hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Ethan, this is regarding kids who are coming from Chennai. So the
Uh,
pickup is from Chennai, right? Because you didn't mention that. Just want to make it.
yes, sorry. Yeah, so that will, like I mentioned, we'll be sending out a detailed departure message for that. Kids who are coming from Chennai will be picked up from Chennai. I will let you know in more detail about that once everything is finalized. Okay,
Sounds good. Thank you.
welcome. Anybody else has any questions? Please feel free to ask. Yeah, hi, ma'am. You're on mute. Unmute yourself.
Hello, Ethan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can I get to know how many kids are there on this camp, particular for CRG5?
Sure. Just give me 1 second here. I'll just go ahead and check that for you. So I believe it's about 18 kids so far in total
Okay.
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
18
can
kids.
we send kids dry fruit bars, energy bars, and dry nuts?
No, ma'am. We would not recommend because, like I mentioned, if they snack on that, they will tend to miss out on the lunch and dinner, so we don't want that. We will, if they require, we will provide that on the campus. So, and also, like I mentioned, snacks do tend to attract bugs into the room, so just to avoid that, also avoid sending any sort of nuts or protein bars, etc.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Well,
Hey Ethan, this is Shweta here,
yes,
Sana's parent.
yeah.
Just wanted to know, do they get to choose the kids who will stay with them, or will you be choosing the group?
No, they get to choose their own tent mates. So if anyone's traveling in a group, you can sort of request the camp chief to, stay together in the same room. So they will
So
get
we
to
have
choose
put
their
the
tent.
request for that earlier, ahead of time.
No, no. So on the first day, they will have like they will have the room allocation on the first day when they arrive. So that
Mm-hmm.
time they can tell the instructors who they want to stay with, etc.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Santoshini from
Yeah, hi,
Hyderabad.
hi,
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah. My son Lalit Sai would be joining the CRG5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They are coming from Hyderabad, like two kids,
Okay.
Vidyaranya and my son. They are coming from Hyderabad.
Uh-huh.
So we have requested for an escort.
Hmm.
When would we come to know that who the person is, and do we get the details of the person who's picking them up? And
Yes. Yeah, so just about 2 to 3 days before the program, everything will be finalized by the operations team. So
okay,
that time we will have all that, basically we'll be sending out the Aadhaar card and the contact number of the escort from Hyderabad.
okay.
So you know who the person is, you can go ahead and coordinate with them, and they'll be waiting at the airport for your kids to arrive.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
so
okay,
all of that. So I will be sending out a personalized message to every one of you.
okay,
For example, in your case, you'll be flying from Hyderabad, so I will have the Hyderabad details mentioned there.
okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just missed the beginning of this session. So,
Uh-huh.
how many kids are in this group?
So currently we have 18 kids. There is
18.
room for, yeah, there is room for more registration, so we might get a few more kids registering soon.
Okay.
And so you must have missed out the part of the accommodation. Did you hear that part?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Accommodation.
So I'll just
Yeah.
quickly go through that again. So the accommodation is basically, so Coorg is an estate, so it has multiple blocks, and each
Yeah.
block has anywhere from 2 to 4 rooms. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
each room is different size. So depending on the number of boys and girls, like if there are larger number of girls, we will sort
Hmm.
of put them in the dormitory, which is a large room with up to 8 to 10 kids.
Okay.
And then, so according to that, we'll be allotting. So anywhere from a room big enough to house 3 kids to a room big enough to house 10 kids. There are
Okay.
various options available at Good. And this is not, we do not provide beds. Like I mentioned, we'll be providing sleeping bags for the kid.
Sleeping bags.
And
Okay.
each room will have an attached washroom and bathroom,
Okay.
which, and
Okay.
the washroom bathroom will be cleaned by us twice a day. And the
Okay.
kids are expected to keep their own rooms clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And do you provide only vegetarian or non-vegetarian food also during this week?
So all options are provided. While
Okay.
registering, you have to mention whether you're veg, non-veg, or Jain.
Okay.
Depending
Okay.
on that, we will go ahead and sort of prepare the food. So
Okay.
veg, non-veg, Jain is prepared separately, and also it's kept and served also separately on separate tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like you have two activities, right? One is like
Yeah. Two sets of activities.
yeah,
Yes.
two sets of activities. So they get
Yeah.
to do only whatever they have chosen, or
Correct.
do they get to do both?
No, so depending on which one you've chosen, they will do that activity.
Yeah.
They won't get to do both the sets because how it works is once the kids arrive on camp,
Hmm.
depending on the activities they've chosen, they will be divided
Okay.
into groups. And then we have
Okay.
a proper plan for the 6 days which we'll be following.
Okay.
So any change in that plan will sort of result in kids not getting to do certain activities. So we want to avoid that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just want to ask you, like, can you
Uh-huh.
just brief the activities in both the groups,
Sure,
sir,
sure.
please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do that. Also, just to let you guys know, if you'll change your mind and want to pick another activity over another, that's
That's what.
possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let
Yeah.
me know immediately so I can go ahead and do that from the back end. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So on the kit list, on the information docket, there will be a small little briefing on each activity. So basically, each activity will be done for 3 days. So it's a 6 day
Hmm.
program. So it'll be 3 days of each activity. Um,
Okay.
so the first one is rock climbing and backpacking. Now, in rock climbing, this will be done for 3 days. So the first day will be sort of uh, introduction to rock climbing. They'll be taught various sort of how to hold a rock face, sort of grips, etc. And they'll also be
Hmm.
taught how to climb without using their elbows and knees. Okay, so the
Okay.
first day will always be an introduction. Then the
Hmm.
second day will be a little more challenging, like they'll go to a 30, 40 foot rock face. There, then safety lines will be used, and the instructors will sort of show them what sort of safety knots, the safety equipment, how to set up a anchor. All of that will be taught to them on the second
Hmm.
day. And on the third
Hmm.
day, they'll do rappelling. Okay.
Rappelling. Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically they will be coming down from the rock face. So for second day is climbing up, and then the third day they'll be
Third
shown how to
is
descend.
coming down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ropes course is here in ropes course they have various ropes obstacles set up. So like a ladder or sort of like a small rope bridge. So here kids will be taught how to sort of traverse these obstacles, how to use other people's help to sort of work as a team. And so there's something called a friendship ladder where 2 kids will be climbing at the same time. And the only way to climb that is through teamwork. Right.
Hmm.
So that is one of the activities that will be done. Then also they'll be doing a thousand swing and jumaring, which is basically where they will be climbing up a vertical rope. So that will also be done in ropes course. Backpacking and outdoor survival is the same, very similar, where kids will be spending one night in the wilderness. The only difference is that backpacking, the kids will be prepared for the night out, whereas outdoor survival, they'll be shown how to make do with what they have. Right.
Hmm.
So they won't have tents, they won't have sleeping bags. They'll just have basic covers. And in outdoor survival, they'll be shown how to sort of set up that survival tent, what sort of foods they can eat outdoors, where to drink water from, all of that. So that's the difference. Yeah, so that's just a little bit about the activities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you
Yeah.
still have any doubts, you must have all received a message from my number. So if you have any doubts, you can give me a call and I'll be happy to help you. All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, anybody else have any questions, any doubts, something you'd like to know?
Hey Ethan, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Hey, I'm Srijit. I'm Parvati's father. So, like you mentioned about this washrooms for like each dormitory. I mean, and you mentioned about the size of or about up to 10 kids may be accommodated in a single dormitory. So, is it
Right.
that even the room which has 10 kids will have only one washroom, or I mean, do you
Oh,
have
no,
any?
no.
Okay.
So the large dormitory has two washrooms,
Oh, okay.
one washroom and bathroom combined. Now it's not necessary that we'll fit all 10 kids into that one dormitory. Depending on the sort of number of kids that are coming, we'll sort of spread them out comfortably in each room.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Are they going to stay in a tea estate in Coorg or
It's a coffee plantation.
coffee plantation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's called Honey Valley Estate. So it's
Uh-huh.
very close by to the camp. That's the location they will be staying in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan, and why
Yeah.
you said kids which get picked up from Bangalore, you said they will be fed breakfast on the way and lunch on the way,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct. Yeah.
So
No, they will
they are
be
not
fed
fed on the bus,
breakfast.
right? They will
So,
get down, eat properly, and then board the
yeah,
bus,
yeah.
right?
It will be a restaurant. So we'll be picking one restaurant along the way, the best restaurant available on the way.
Okay.
We'll be stopping for about an hour so the kids can get down, relax, eat properly, and then we'll start on the bus again.
Okay.
Yeah. Only snacks will be served in the bus. Breakfast will be served in a restaurant.
Would this be an air conditioned bus or?
It's an air conditioned. It's a Volvo bus with recliner seats.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
And our kids are getting down at Mysore and from Mysore to Coorg.
Yeah.
So that is also a Volvo bus.
Yeah. So we'll have two sets of buses going.
Okay.
They have not confirmed the travel plan. So either it will leave from Bangalore and then pick them up from Mysore if it's possible, or
Okay.
one bus will start from Mysore itself.
Mysore itself. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions?
And how often do we get to talk to them during the camp stay days?
Well, you don't. So
Okay.
this is by design. Like you would have been told that. So throughout the program, you won't get to speak to your child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is just to help with the homesickness, help them to get a little more independent, etc.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, you will be getting two updates a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, and we will only call you in the case of an emergency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have an emergency from your end, you can contact me and I will connect you to your child. Or if there's an
Okay.
emergency from camp, one of the seniors will contact you immediately and let you know about the situation. So
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
you meant. Like if no news means good news. So if you don't hear anything from us, it means your kid's doing absolutely fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.
Once we reach Coorg,
Uh-huh.
I believe the kids will be moved to something called as an MUV.
Yes, correct.
What is that exactly?
So the path to Coorg, we basically once it comes closer to camp, the roads get very narrow. So the buses cannot fit through those roads. Plus, it gets a little bit the roads start becoming more like trails than roads. So it becomes off-road. So MUVs are small jeeps that are in the campus itself. So about 5 to 6 kids can sit in one jeep, and we'll be using those jeeps to reach the camp. So it's about a 20-minute ride. It's just 2 to 3 kilometers. The last 2 to 3 kilometers will be done in jeeps.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that will be done at the entrance of the estate or something like that.
Yeah, so it's so the estate is like on top of a hill sort of, and there's a
Mhm.
trail that reaches the estate. So there the buses cannot go. Even
Okay.
normal cars are unable to pass through. So only jeeps can go through those trails.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. All right. So I will be going ahead and ending the orientation now. If anyone still
Sorry,
has any
just to
questions.
reconfirm, for
Yeah,
the
sure.
kids leaving from Bangalore, we
Uh-huh.
have to assemble at Army Public School at 5 a.m., right?
Correct. So 5 a.m. is the reporting time.
Okay.
And 6 a.m. we will be departing from Bangalore, Army
And
Public School.
breakfast will be served along the way, you said.
Correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
along the way, about at around 8 o'clock-ish, we'll be stopping for breakfast.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, sure. So I'll go ahead and stop the orientation now. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be sending out a message soon. And yeah, thank you all for joining. Have a good day.
Thank
Hope
you.
to see all
Yeah.
kids at camp. Yeah.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye-bye.
You can leave.
You.